Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sydney, and if you are new here, this is just a place where we can talk about true crime, spooky, scary stories, dark history, or anything else I got going on in my brain. If this is the first video of mine that you're watching, I would highly suggest that you go to the end of the video and click on the Weird YouTube Iceberg playlist where you can watch all of the videos because there are so many good entries, and we are just going to be covering some of tier 7 and some of tier 8 of this iceberg. And with one more video, we should be able to finish it up. So I'm very excited to get into it. And as always, the link to the original iceberg will be down in the description box below. Please feel free to go check out these creators, send them some love, but without any further ado, let's get into tier 7/8 of the Weird YouTube Iceberg. The first entry is called 1995 Squish.avi, and this is just a little guy, and he's a vibin', he's groovin', and he's dancing, okay? This is basically what's going through my head at all hours of the day. Just vibes, just groovin', and I love it so much. And of course, I watched the video and then I checked to see who made the video. It was our good friend Ben Wheel. We have talked about him in the earlier tiers of the iceberg. He makes great, funny, interesting videos, so it's no wonder that he made this one as well. Our friend just keeps boogieing to that beat, baby, but as time goes on, he gets more and more deconstructed until the video glitches out and it ends in black. The description of this video reads, "Extreme fidget dance, go too far this time," which is just like so ominous, and I love it. We love Ben Wheel on this channel, hell yeah. Our next entry is called Body of a Pig, and if you were on the internet in the early 2000s, you were probably sharing this video with all of your friends after it scared the shit out of you at 3 a.m. The clip opens up with a message telling us that the poster recorded this video with an unknown group, and I'm guessing that this would be some kind of paranormal investigation team. A flashlight illuminates a red door, and we get some text on the bottom of the screen telling us that this place that they're in is allegedly haunted. The poster slows down the audio for us, and we can finally make out the words, "I have the body of a pig," as well as some squealing noises. We then see a picture that was allegedly taken at the scene, and it appears to be a creature resembling a half man, half pig. It's just so funny rewatching this video. It's in like 240p, and I just remember being so scared of this, but watching it back, it's hilarious, just like what freaked us out as kids. So it was a joy walking down memory lane with this one. Our next entry is called Let Me Hear Your War Cry, and it is a 46-second video that is straight out of my nightmares. Oh my lord, I was watching this one at night and I was like, that's enough of the internet today, and I promptly went to bed because I just was like, I don't know what's happening anymore. This video is an edit from the scene in Full Metal Jacket where the sergeant is yelling at one of his cadets, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but what's horrifying is that their faces look like this, and they are just screaming. 46 seconds of just screaming. It's horrible. I hate it. By doing just a little bit of digging, I was able to find out that the creator of this masterpiece found a terrifying mannequin face in real life and edited it into this scene to create just a staple in old YouTube horror. And it's based on the comments, this was a giant part of a lot of people's lives. I kept reading comments that were like, my older brother showed this to me and I was scared for a week, or like, my friend sent this to me at 3 a.m. and now I can't sleep. And it's just hilarious and amazing, and now you all have to deal with that. I'm sorry. I keep saying this, but I love this iceberg because it's weird in so many different ways. You get all different corners of YouTube, which I love. So this next entry is called Mom.avi, and it was created by somebody named Creepy Shed about 12 years ago. The video starts with somebody flicking a light switch on and off over and over again. We then cut to a woman who is either wearing a mask or is horribly disfigured as she sits in the dark. The camera glitches as she disjointedly moves, appearing to mouth the word mom over and over again. We then go to a curly-haired figure with black and white face paint, and they spin around with the camera, pulling it in close before we cut back to the woman. The camera continues to glitch as we get images of the woman freaking out. The video is eerily quiet, save for a very soft clicking sound that almost resembles the sound of a projector. And I couldn't find much about the video or the creator, but by looking at the other videos on their channel, we can try to get some context for what's going on in this clip. This video is called Son.avi, and it starts with us panning around the room where we can see a dirty mattress and a video projector. And it sounds like somebody's whispering in the background. We cut very suddenly to a grotesquely masked figure, and it's moving its mouth and touching its face. We then see a painting of a happy clown that morphs slowly into something much more like it's out of a horror movie. We hear the projector reaching the end of the film roll as it begins to click. The doll is now laying face up, and a circle saw is getting closer and closer to its face. The video ends with a switch between the masked figure and the clown, their images becoming more and more similar until the video ends. So although the second video is much different than the first, I think that this does give enough context to try to piece together a story. And I'm just gonna say right off the bat, this is just my opinion, and I am kind of grasping at straws, but here's the best that I could gather from these two videos. So I think quite obviously the masked figure is the son. I think that the clown represents him as a child, which is why we get kind of like the two mashing together at the end of the video. I think that represents that the boy was happy when he was a child, carefree, but something happened to him that made him the way that he is, grotesque and scary. And now I think we can also assume that the woman in Mom.avi is most likely the mother of this son. And whether she had a part in him becoming the way he is, who's to say? But definitely there is some trauma that was happening with the son that made him the way he is. So I'm definitely breaching here, but my thought is that the son is maybe a killer. And I think that maybe the doll represents his victims. You know, the fact that somebody was coming real close with that saw, I think that that maybe represents the son killing his victims. And I think maybe he is holding his mom hostage. Maybe that's why the woman in Mom.avi is reacting the way she is, because she's being held hostage by her own son. That's my best idea. Creepy Shed makes some cool content. If nothing else, I love it very much. So please go check out their channel if you have not already. It's some primo horror shit. All right, on to a lighter entry. We have Meow Meow, I Am a Cat. This video is chaotic as fuck. I don't really have another word to describe it. It's just chaos. This video was posted by a user called Mad Cat Lady, and the description reads, I am killing my views by disabling comments, and I don't care. YouTube is not for people like me. I have to respectfully disagree with Mad Cat Lady because I think that this type of content definitely fits in with YouTube. It's maybe a niche corner, but girly, you fit right in with the YouTube crowd, okay? So this is an 8-minute 3D generated video of cats and cat people, but that's not what's scary. What's scary, in my opinion, is that choppy, like electronic voice, and it's like singing Meow Meow, I'm a Cat over and over again. It has the same vibe as the I Am Fantastic video, which I just, no matter how many times I watch it, I can't not be freaked out. So right off the bat, I was like, oh, I'm scared. I'm scared, bro. We got cats mingling with cat people, we got cats in a lake, we got cats walking down a path, and we got whatever this is. About halfway through the video, the animation turns completely white, so I do suggest that if you are under the influence of any type of substance, that you don't watch this video because you will be very freaked out. I was sober and I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. And then later on in the video, it gets so pixelated that you can't even tell what's happening. And it's obviously on purpose, but I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I love it. I just love it. Mad Cat Lady is a very consistent poster. The last video they uploaded was about 2 days ago. So good on you, girly. I love that they're just posting whatever they want to. That's what this platform is for. So hell yeah, keep up the good work. So for this next entry, you're gonna wanna buckle up, okay? This one's called When a Japanese Horseman Eats Toxic Mushrooms. Okay, so the video starts with a man holding the said toxic mushrooms, and the camera zooms out and we can see that the man is wearing a horse mask and a banana hammock and nothing else, and very dramatic organ music is playing, okay? The drama. the drama. He starts dancing with the mushroom, and I mean, he is really boogieing, okay? Like, he is getting into it. If I was wearing that amount of clothing, I would not be getting into it that much, okay? But he is really grooving and moving. So we get a quick title card, and then it switches to the man, and he is hunting through the forest, and he has a new outfit, and it's just a fan. That's it. It's called fashion, okay? You guys wouldn't understand. But anyway, he's frolicking around the forest until he finds the perfect mushroom, which he carefully plucks and places into his bag. He starts chopping up the mushroom and his other ingredients. He sautés the other ingredients and then carefully adds the mushroom. And he's doing this all while he's boogieing. So you know he's an experienced chef if he can boogie and cook at the same time. He adds the mushrooms to his dish with a flair, of course, and then he takes off his horse mask, sits down to eat, and it really looks like he's enjoying his meal, actually. Then it cuts to what I'm assuming is the same man, and he's dancing to Michael Jackson's song Thriller as he starts stripping down to his nothingness. And that's how the video ends. So we can assume that the horseman lives, I guess, even though he ate toxic mushrooms. We don't get a strong conclusion to this story. I was trying to find some context of any sort for this video, and it does appear that this is a re-upload from a creator called Wakatin. If you look up this creator, you can actually find some of his videos. They all have a very general concept of almost naked man dancing. So if that is of interest to you, it is out there for you to find. Our next entry is called the Chuckle Hut, and I swore I had seen still frames of this video, but I had no idea where it came from. So here it is. It is a 1-minute video of a bald woman moving her lower jaw up and down as a sound plays that kind of resembles giggling. And that's about all she wrote. It's easy, it's horrifying, I love it. Our next video is called Bananas Exploding on Face, and it is just iconic in every way. So the video opens up with a man, and he has bananas all over his face, okay? And it is eerily silent, only broken by the clicking of a lighter as the man slowly lights one of the bananas on fire. In an instant, the banana explodes into like a million pieces, and the man is completely unfazed by this aggressive pop. And this just carries on until the man has exploded most of the bananas on his face, and that's how the video ends. I think that the backstory of this video is much more interesting than the video itself, if that's even possible. So this was an art project made by William Lamson, and he created this look by shoving firecrackers in bananas and then shoving the bananas onto a mask before lighting each one. The art piece has a different name actually, and it's Think Globally, Act Locally. And according to the artist, there's kind of a double meaning to this title. First, of course, just the comedic aspect of a banana exploding into a million pieces on somebody's face will never not be super silly. Plus, the idea of a banana has always been kind of silly, you know, it looks kind of phallic, and also like the whole slipping on a banana peel thing. So that's the first meaning, but the other meaning has to do with the dark history of bananas. From the moment this fruit became a global export, people monopolized bananas to turn a profit, and the workers paid the heftiest price of all. On these banana plantations, they had to work these long hours in the harsh heat and humidity, and to make matters worse, they were paid in coupons. This led the banana workers to go on strike in the 1920s. After the company initially agreed to meet with the workers to negotiate their demands, the government attacked the workers unarmed, killing anywhere from 47 to 2,000 people, depending on who you ask. And that's just scratching the surface of the terrible treatment that the people and the land had to face just so that the world could have bananas. And if you're interested in this topic, I do just have to say, there's a really amazing dark history episode by Bailey Sarian where she talks about everything bananas. So if you're interested in this topic, go watch that video. So in my opinion, if we take these two concepts and kind of look at the title, each explosion of a banana represents a cycle being broken. a company refocuses on the community. Somebody buys something locally. Every time that happens, a tie is severed from corporate greed. I don't know, I just really like this piece. Weirdness and all, I think it has a really great meaning, and I just like it. What can I say? All right, it's time for Patrick Gets in Shape. This video starts out with Patrick, and he's running around his little rock home. As he runs, we can see how thick our man's is, okay? He is thickums. But he continues to run, and as he jogs, he realizes that it's working, and he gets super excited. He's so happy that he's getting in shape.
Working! Look! Oh, the fat's sucking away! Yeah, I'm gonna get in shape!
Triumphant music is blaring, but then, dun dun dun, Patrick is getting too in shape, okay? He starts screaming and everything is turning red, and pretty soon his voice gets muffled, and that's how the video ends. I feel like I was watching a very fucked up episode of SpongeBob. Like, it could low-key be an episode, but maybe just a little bit too gruesome for Nickelodeon. I think this is a cautionary tale for us all, not to get too in shape, right? Like, you don't have to go to the gym today. You should probably stay home. Otherwise, what happened to Patrick could happen to you. Yeah, eat that cookie, girly. Eat that cookie. You don't want to get too in shape. Oh, and this is my favorite comment on this video, by the way, I just have to say. So now we have another head fuck made by a creator called Brian, and he has made the animations and the music for this video, which I always love. I love when creators just do all the hard work. I love that. But this is the type of video where you just kind of have to sit there and let it happen to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm gonna show some images here. You just have to let "these are the things we do" happen to you. How do I even describe this next entry? So it starts out and we get like some morning cartoon vibes with the title screen.
Horned Grandma!
Then we see Grandma, and Grandma has a horn, okay? And Grandma also really wants to give us a kiss, like a lot. But we don't grant that to her, no. She tells us not to be scared of the horn though, because she gets progressively more angry as we keep denying her kiss, warning us that she will use her powers on us just like she did with Grandpa. Her tone suddenly changes and she says that it's okay, and she offers us some cookies. And the video ends with a question mark, so I hope we're getting a sequel to Horned Grandma, because I have to know, what happened to Grandpa? What happened to Grandpa? I bet Grandma like just disintegrated him and shit. I don't know, but I really need a Horned Grandma sequel. I need it. All right, and I'm gonna leave you guys with this last entry because I couldn't bear to go any farther into tier 8. This last entry is called Wiggle It. Yeah, Wiggle It. So this is a 1-minute video by creator John Doe, and it opens up with a man, a skeleton, George Washington maybe, a crab. I don't fucking know. Anyway, he stares down the camera as he tells us to.
Wiggle it. Wiggle.
He gives us a little hip action as he does this, and I can't for the life of me figure out what is on his fingers. To me, it looks like a really old crab leg or like something out of Men in Black. If anybody knows, please leave it in the comments, because I just watched this video so many times being like, what the fuck is that? I just couldn't figure it out. It was making me so mad. He tells us that some people think that he wiggles it too much.
Well, I know they're all crazy.
I definitely think that this video is just about, you know, like yanking it, yoinking it, you know, but that could just be my dirty mind. I can't think of what else it could be referring to besides whatever the fuck he's got on his fingers, and I don't know what he has on his fingers. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the tier 7/tier 8 part of the YouTube iceberg. I love doing these videos. I'm gonna have to find us a new iceberg when we're done with this one, because these are just super casual, chill videos, and I love them so much. It's a break from the more heavy stories that we experience on this channel. So if anybody has any good icebergs, send them my way. My laundry's done. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed this video. If you hated it, don't tell me. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know. But I'm just joshing with ya. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Keep being the bad bitches that you are. Goodbye, guys.